for some total non-stop action. And let me introduce one of my cohorts at the announce table, the most influential man in wrestling, who always has an opinion, and Ferrara! Is everybody ready for a little TNA? Because I know that that's what I'm all about. And I'm not necessarily talking about total non-stop action. I'm talking about TNA. And right now, let me go over to my other cohort at the announce table, the one and only, the Professor of Vanilla, Mr. Mike Tenay.
And hello everyone from ringside. I am Mike Tenay, welcoming you to the premier event of the NWA TNA. It's all about total non-stop action. Tonight, a very special evening. It's an evening that revolves around history, and history on so many fronts. Number one, we are going to be respecting history. The legends of the NWA are in attendance. People like Harley Race, Dory Funk Jr., and Ricky Steamboat. And gentlemen, we are also going to be making history this evening. Not only the first ever event, but we are also going to be crowning an NWA World Heavyweight Champion with the Gauntlet for the gold. If you'll give me just a second, I'll run down the rules for the Gauntlet for the gold.
Please do.
We will start off with two competitors in the ring. Every 90 seconds, another wrestler will come from the back. The only way that you can be eliminated is by being thrown over the top rope and down to the arena floor. Once we reach the final two competitors, NWA World Heavyweight Championship rules will apply. It will be one fall to a finish with the winner by either pinfall or submission. And yes, Ed Ferrara, tonight we will make history by crowning a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
And don't forget, Mike Tenay, this is my kind of match because it's just like it is in real life. No friends, no allies, every man for himself, only the strong survive. It's Darwinism in action.
Don West, it's great to be a part of history. It's great to have you and Ed here out at the table. Tonight, the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion crowned with the winner of the Gauntlet for the gold.
I tell you what, though, guys, we got more history. We've got the legends from the NWA. So let's send it out there to Jeremy. And Jeremy, who do we got?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, as part of tonight's premiere broadcast of NWA Total Nonstop Action, it is my pleasure to introduce to you some of the legends of the National Wrestling Alliance. At this time, please allow me to introduce to you the former 8-time NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Handsome Harley Race.
The man who defeated Dory Funk Jr. in 1973 to win his first World's title, also defeated Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and the Giant Baba among his 8 reigns as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Is he wrestling tonight?
Who?
Harley Race.
No, he's not wrestling. He's here because he's a legend in this sport, and he's here because we respect the legends of the NWA and professional wrestling.
What you need weak, Kimasabi.
NWA Tag and World Champion, please welcome Dory Funk Jr.
From the famous Funk wrestling family, his father Dory Sr., his brother Terry Funk. Dory Funk Jr. won the NWA title in 1969 when he defeated Big Thunder Gene Kiniski. It was an incredible 4-year, 3-month run for Dory as champion, the second longest run of any champion next to Luthez.
He is the original fabulous one. Please welcome Jackie Fargo.
What can you say about Jackie Fargo, the biggest star of Southern wrestling? How about this? He was a first ballot Wrestling Observer Hall of Famer, Ed Ferrara.
Wrestling Observer? What's that?
Wrestling Observer, it's a very famous newsletter in this business.
I'm hearing you, but it's all pops and buzzes. I have no idea what you're talking
The man that invented the Fargo strut. Jackie Fargo was strutting before Ric Flair and Jeff Jarrett ever stepped into a ring.
He is the father of one of the greatest wrestling families of all time, the Fighting Fireman from Marietta, Bullet Bob Armstrong.
How about it for the patriarch of the Armstrong family?
Couple of the NWA, Corsica Joe and Sarah Lee.
Corsica Joe, part of that famous tag team with Corsica G.
He is a senior vice president of the National Wrestling Alliance. Please welcome Mr. Bill Behrens.
Bill Behrens, one of the executives with the National Wrestling Alliance, in attendance tonight.
He is a former NWA World Champion. He is a former six-time NWA World Tag Team Champion with over 6,000 matches spanning a spectacular 20-year career. Please welcome Ricky Steamboat.
Listen to the reaction for the Dragon, and he has in his hands the NWA World Heavyweight Championship belt. That's a title that Steamboat won in 1989 when he defeated Ric Flair.
But he's not going to leave with it.
It must be like old times for Ricky Steamboat to have that belt in his hand again.
And isn't it great to see the Dragon bringing the gold to the ring here in the NWA TNA? The fans all around ringside on their feet, bowing and saluting the stars of the past, the legends of the National Wrestling Alliance in the ring. Listen to this crowd.
You know, is this the Cauliflower Alley Club? Or...
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans across the world that are going to be watching this pay-per-view tonight. That's right. It gives me great pleasure to stand in this squared circle, and the many times that I was in this circle and throughout my wrestling career would someday be a world champion. And it did happen. That memorable night with Ric Flair, the Nature Boy.
That's what we're talking about.
Chicago, 1989, and became an NWA World Champion. You know something, ladies and gentlemen? This belt, of all the championships I've won and all these gentlemen that stand here with me, this belt means more to me and to them than any championship I've ever held in my life. The NWA Championship.
And that's coming from his heart.
This belt to us, and in this business of wrestling, is like the Stanley Cup is to hockey players. It's like the Super Bowl to football players, the World Series to baseball players, winning Wimbledon for the tennis players. This is what this belt means to us in our sport. To be the NWA Heavyweight Champion is the ultimate goal. Yes.
I've got to respect his passion, Mike.
It's what you strive for your entire career.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, tonight there have been a selected 20 wrestlers through these NWA representatives that are going to be going the gauntlet for the gold, and that's for this belt.
I think Harley was just eyeballing the belt.
And also through these good friends of mine and some old foes. They have chosen me that when it comes down to the final two wrestlers, that I'm going to be the special referee for this belt.
Whoa! Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, unbelievable! On the stripes of the referee.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now, what kind of an interruption is this?
Hopefully we're going to kick things off a little bit here.
What do you mean kick things off? This was a very respectful way.
We're kicking things off right now. Look at what's happening.
What the hell is Jeff Jarrett doing out here? Nobody invited him to this party.
He's out here to get this party started, Mike, today.
The gauntlet for the gold. Two guys are going to start, and there's going to be a total walking down this aisle. That's the biggest bunch of crap I've ever heard in my life.
What do you mean? Explain yourself.
Ricky Steamboat, did you win the title in a stupid battle royal?
No, he beat Ric
Dory,
Flair.
did you win your title back in 1902 in a battle royal? Hell no, you didn't.
It was 1969.
This is the biggest joke of an NWA title that I've ever witnessed. I win my title man to man, Fargo. You butt out of it, you old fart.
Kiss my ass.
Whoa!
Oh, man, it's getting stirred up.
Nobody, boy.
That's the fabulous one, Jackie Fargo.
I remember when you was that high steel dude doing yellow. So I don't want to hear about that try to...
There's the strut that we talked about.
You don't do it like the Fabulous One does. So don't give me that. For all your mouth running on that stage, I'm going to do you an honor tonight, Mr. Jarrett. I'm going to put you on the very first match and let you try to beat all 20 of them people.
He's going to be the first entrant in the Gauntlet for the gold. He's forcing him. He's an NWA representative.
If I step in the ring first, that's all right with me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to proceed to kick 19 other asses, and I'm going to walk out of here the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
I've got to respect that from Jeff Jarrett. He's just been given a raw deal, and he's going to step up to the plate.
Jarrett, you make me laugh, pal.
Whoa! The world's most dangerous man from the Ultimate Fight, the Super Fight champ, Ken Shamrock, has come out to confront Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff, you're right about how this NWA title match is played out. It sucks.
Hey.
Man.
But you may be whipping 18 other people's asses in that ring, but you ain't whipping number 19. And that's me.
Yeah! It's on like neck bone.
Wait a minute. Now what?
Everybody's looking around.
Will we hear the music?
Hey, look up there!
There he is!
You talk about a familiar entrance. Scott Hall! It's wrestling's real outlaw, Scott Hall. The man who turned the wrestling business upside down. Memorial Day, 1996, with his appearance on Monday Nitro for World Championship Wrestling, and Scott Hall has come out into the crowd. Cut the music, he says.
Hey, yo.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
I'm having
familiar.
flashbacks.
There's that toothpick.
Jeff Jarrett, Ken Shamrock, I agree with you about this battle royal for the belt. It sucks. But one thing's for sure, right here in TNA, we are going to do it tonight. So quit crying about it.
It's just a fact of life, Jarrett.
And Jarrett and Shamrock, I don't know if it's 18 or 19 people you got to beat up. Just focus on trying to beat up one. Scott Hall.
Jarrett.
Well, let me tell you something, Hall. You can stick it. Shamrock, you can stick it. All you old farts can. And Fargo, you're going to regret this day as long as you live.
What does he mean by that?
All I know is he's pretty upset that Jackie Fargo put him in number 1 in the Gauntlet for the gold. Okay, let's go to the back.
What's up, guys? This is Goldilocks. I know there's a lot going on out there, but we got the action right back here. You want to talk about TNA? I got your total nonstop action right here, baby. With me is the original midget killer puppet, the Psycho Dwarf, and he's told me that he's got something that he wants to say.
That's right. Let's start the show off with midgets. Why? Because midgets are the true stars of this country. The day I came out of my mama, yeah, I said the day I came out of my mama, the nurses and the doctors just stopped and stared. When I was a little child, weeble wobbling down the street, everybody stopped and stared. And now TNA brings me to Huntsville, Alabama, and they got these two midgets up at T.O. in Hollywood. All I want to say is I want to see some midget blood, and I just think I can provide that.
Fargo, who in the hell is he kidding with? Jackass.
Our opening contest for NWA Total Nonstop Action is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is a 6-man tag team competition. About to make their way to the ring at a combined weight of 641 pounds. the team of AJ Styles, Low Key, and Jerry Lynn.
Are you ready to experience exactly what we mean by total nonstop action? It's time to strap your seatbelts on for a tag team matchup featuring 6 incredible athletes from our X Division. When we talk about the X Division, Ed Ferrara, we're not talking about a specific weight situation. We're talking about extreme athletes. And let's look backstage at the legends surrounding the monitor. Look how proud they are to see these kind of athletes in the ring.
That's what they want to see. They want to see pure athleticism.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 649 pounds, from Memphis, Tennessee, the Flying Elvises.
Now this is what I like to see. This is my kind of sports entertainment, total nonstop action.
We see Jorge Estrada. We see Sonny Siaki in the middle of the screen. Jorge Estrada on the right and Jimmy Yang on the left. The Flying Elvises. Now, as we take a look backstage, the legends looking on, and judging by the reaction of Jackie Fargo, Dory Funk, and crowd, it looks like they're a little bit surprised to see the Flying Elvises coming out here. Maybe shocked would be a better word.
Of course, because this isn't what they see as what the NWA should be all about. But this is NWA TNA. This is total nonstop action, and that's what the Flying Elvises are all about. And that's what this match is going to be.
You know, in the past, gentlemen, we had a cruiserweight division or a light heavyweight division where there was a set weight limit, whether it be 225, 230 pounds. Not in the NWA TNA. We're not going to narrow it down to just a particular size of a wrestler. It's all about style, and it's all about the X Division, meaning extreme, total nonstop action, high-flying, incredible athletes like these 6 men.
And that's exactly what we're going to see in this match, and I can't wait for this to get underway.
Well, we see the offer of the handshake from Low Key, Styles, and Lynn to the Flying Elvises, and they're not going to accept it. Oh, man! Back even before the opening bell and the Elvises attack. You know, guys, I always heard that Elvis was a huge wrestling fan. Legitimately in Memphis.
Well, Elvis was huge in Memphis.
Did you see that move AJ Styles just did?
Drop kicks and a hurricane rana from AJ Styles. Action all over. Jerry Lynn goes airborne with the plancha. He just hit the cross-body block.
Siaki and Estrada are out back here.
Bodies all over the ring. In the ring, Jimmy Yang in the Elvis outfit. AJ Styles caught him and power slammed him.
This is unbelievable.
Next week on this program, we will have a round-robin tournament where we will crown the first ever X-champion. Styles almost a leg lariat, a flying leg attack, quick cover, and a 2 count. They are partners tonight. They will be rivals next week. Styles caught him with a flying forearm smash and tags into Jerry Lynn. We will have AJ Styles, Low Key, and this man in the ring, Jerry Lynn, competing next week along with Psychosis when we crown our first ever X Division champion.
Kind of makes you wonder, these guys are on the same team this week. Are they looking at each other with suspicious eyes?
Off the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, a 2 count for Jerry Lynn on Jimmy Yang.
Next week they're going to be going at it tooth and nail for that X Division championship. You know, I'm curious how they're going to be working out tonight, but they seem to have their stuff together.
Jerry Lynn looks like a tornado DDT. Oh, he's breaking it. Oh, 30 minutes. Jimmy Yang immediately up and caught him with a drop kick.
This X Division is going to be something else, guys.
Jimmy Yang, formerly of the Young Dragons in WCW. Oh, moonsault off the chest. Flying shoulder block in the corner. The tag is into Sonny Siaki, a graduate of East Carolina University. Played inside linebacker for the East Carolina. Oh, Lynn telegraphed the back body drop. Attempt at a somersault into a leg drop, missed. Jerry Lynn, former ECW heavyweight champion, former WWF light heavyweight champion. He's the veteran of these 6. Tilt-a-whirl flying head scissors takeover by Lynn.
This is what I call total nonstop action.
Bulldog in mid-move by Lynn. Drove him face first, hooks the leg, gets 2 and only 2.
You know, you just watch in this match, it makes it almost impossible to handicap who's going to come out on top in the X Division round-robin tournament next week.
Tag is into Low Key. Wait till you see the blend of styles from this youngster from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York, and he was just stopped with a shot by Siaki. Oh, off the ropes into a spinning neck breaker. Cover. 2, didn't hook the leg, only gets a 2 count.
Mike, have you ever seen such 6 equal competitors like this?
Well, this is what the X Division is all about. The incredible competition, the competitiveness, as well as the NWA TNA. It's total non-stop action. We talked about the martial arts background, and he caught him with a kick, attempted another kick, missed, and Siaki stopped him.
I don't think Elvis ever looked that jacked.
Version of the backbreaker by Siaki.
There's no way he's going to make it.
Siaki going to turn it over to his tag team partner, Jorge Estrada, but first attempting to get some more punishment on Loki, which split leg moonsault. Estrada for a 2 count and only 2. Jorge Estrada, trained by the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, wrestling for Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling, and fires a chop into the corner on Loki, who reverses Estrada. Oh, look, the float over.
Great action. This is not what I call loving me tender. I'll tell you that, guys.
No, they're all shook up.
Oh, Estrada just dropped Loki on the back of his head. Body cover. 2, only 2. This is what we promised you when we talked about NWA TNA, the total non-stop action of this organization. Drop kick directed right at the knee, and it took the pins out from Estrada. Here comes another one of those brutal kicks, and he just lines him up. When you look at Loki, you see he's not the biggest individual. I'm not going to see suplexes from him. He relies on those brutal mixed martial arts kicks.
I'm surprised Estrada's head is still attached to his shoulders after that shot.
I got to agree with you, Ed. That was phenomenal. Almost took it off.
I'm surprised he didn't.
Styles in the ring with Jimmy Yang. Yang sends Styles up. Oh, flying forearm smash.
Come on, AJ.
Styles. Look at that. Great move by Styles.
What is that called?
He's got a cover. Oh, that was almost like an inverted DDT the way he dropped him down. Out of the waistlock. Is he going to German him? He went for the German suplex, but he stopped and stood on his feet. Flying leg attack that time.
Another head in the 3rd row.
Loki in to break up the pin.
I think I'll be disqualified for that.
Loki able to hook that top rope, avoid the contact. There's that, oh my goodness, right into the broadcast position. The cartwheel kick that Loki calls the title crush, like a tidal wave. Sit out.
Gotta be.
Jerry Lynn in to break up the pin.
The teamwork is unbelievable. Everybody watching their teammates back.
Jerry Lynn motions for the cradle pile driver. He's got him up. He stood him on his head. Wait a minute.
Sonny Siaki's out there. Look at that.
Now AJ Styles caught him with a great kick to the side of the head. The go behind now, Jimmy Yang. Oh, able to back him up into the corner. Oh, my goodness. A kick by Loki. He caught his own man. He got his own partner. Nowhere to go. Missile drop kick off the top rope. But Jimmy Yang motions to the crowd. This is it. There's a twisting move that he calls game time. He got it.
The winners of the match, the Flying Elvises.
That was absolutely amazing. Speaking of absolutely amazing, check this out.
Now that's the way that you kick off the NWA TNA organization, ladies and gentlemen. What a spectacular matchup as the Flying Elvises defeat AJ Styles, Low-Key, and Jerry Lynn. Jimmy Yang hitting the Yang time move off the top rope, scoring the pinfall on AJ Styles.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a midget match. In the ring now, standing 4'2", this is Hollywood. And about to make his way to the ring at 90 pounds, he is the world's smallest extreme athlete. This is Tio.
We promised you a little bit of everything with the NWA TNA.
Is that a play on words, Mike?
And just a very little bit of everything. As we see the midget stars, Tio and Hollywood. We see Tio up in the corner, talking to some of the fans here at ringside, distracted, and at the bell, Hollywood goes to the attack. You ready for this, guys? Hollywood is from Memphis.
Really?
When I asked him about took him over in the corner. He said, my name is not about geography, it's about style. Tio, the world's smallest extreme athlete, now on the attack, covering up the waist and the knife edge chop in the corner. Of course, Tio came to prominence on some recent WWA pay-per-views in Las Vegas and Melbourne, splitting a couple of matches with that psycho dwarf puppet that we heard from earlier. And how about that move for a diving headbutt?
That was one of the most dangerous moves I've seen all night.
I'm going to tell you right now, a puppet's going to handle one of these guys. You better be watching. They're unbelievable.
Check this corner mount, driving down right hands, and the fans count right along. You know, Tio lists Rey Mysterio Jr. as one of his influences. And it's interesting that Rey Jr., when he first started wrestling as a teenager, the promoter in Mexico, because he was so small, wanted him to wrestle as a midget.
And then what happened?
Obviously, he didn't and became a great star in this business.
That could be debated.
By who?
No, not about the great star, that he went on to wrestle as a midget.
Didn't. I never said that. Quick roll-up now attempt. And a 2 count. Tio gets to his feet. There was a clothesline that caught him in the chest. You know, Hollywood...
He's going all the way up to the bottom rope. Okay, Cigarette. Top rope.
One of his finishing moves is a big splash off the top, and gets 1, 2, and he kicked out.
He traveled twice the distance anybody we've ever seen just now jump off the rope.
He kicked out at 2.
You know, Tio, from what I understand, is quite the ladies' man, or at least he fancies himself as quite the ladies' man.
He claims he is.
Well, hey, you know what? He's the right height.
Hollywood on the attack, now reversed. Caught him with a right hand, did Tio. Series of right hands to the jaw, rocked Hollywood.
Hey, this is just not something you're going to see every day.
No. Side Russian leg sweep.
Not unless you're in the kindergarten wing at Juvenile Detention Center.
The back of Hollywood's head making contact with the mat. Now, talk about high-risk moves. We call him the world's smallest extreme athlete. TEO. Twisting move, the swanton off the top. Look at the leg. There's the breach.
That is unbelievable.
Tio wins the match. Tio. It stands for Total E Outstanding. TEO. The world's smallest extreme athlete. And he scores the victory here on NWA TNA. As the TNA girls dance, we want to remind you about NWATNA.com. Go to the internet. Check out NWATNA.com for all the latest information on upcoming events, all the latest backgrounds on the wrestlers. You'll see letters from the wrestlers to the fans. Check out NWATNA.com. What a way to kick off the premier event for the NWA TNA organization. It's time to send it back up to the ring. And my broadcast colleagues, let's go to Ed Ferrara and Don West in the ring.
You know, when we heard about something that was coming up next week, we couldn't believe it, and we wanted to give you a sneak peek. And I'm talking about TNA. I'm talking about the Lingerie Battle Royal. I knew you'd like that. So when we heard about this, Don begged, I demanded that we give you a sneak peek tonight and start bringing out so you can get a glimpse of the eyeful you're going to get next week. So let's, without any further ado, Don, start bringing them down.
We're going to start it off. We're going to start it off. Known in the ECW as the Queen of Extreme, I'm talking about the beautiful Francine.
And the next lovely lady, She is the one, the only, Miss Joni!
You knew her in the ECW as Daphne! I mean, the WCW is Daphne! Tonight, we bring you our own Shannon!
One of my personal favorites, one of the hottest, the most talented wrestlers on the indie circuit, Alexis Laree!
One of the former stars from the MCW, the incredible Sasha!
She's a Baltimore Ravens cheerleader. Give it up for Erin!
Another ECW superstar, the incomparable, the incredible Elektra!
And here's another familiar face. You're not going to believe what's about to come out here. She is incredible. Introducing Miss Taylor Vaughn.
And making her debut tonight, let's welcome to NWA TNA, Teresa Tyler!
I got to tell you, Don, I feel like a kid in a candy store.
I know my wife's probably watching. They making me do this, honey.
Absolutely. This is going to be one of the greatest we have ever seen.
They are all here. They are all here. And folks, these are the gals, the competitors that next week you are going to see on the biggest catfight in television history. And only one of them can be named Miss TNA.
Let me tell you something, Pudgy. None of the women in this ring right now deserve to be in this ring. Because none of them can compare to me. Let's face it, ladies. I'm the queen of extreme. I mean, really, what has any of you ever done for the wrestling business?
I'll tell you. Number one, who deemed you Queen of Extreme? I see there's many other ladies in this ring. And you want to know what? This is a new company. I don't hear Extreme in the title. Unless you're ashamed that you single-handedly bankrupted another company.
The cat fight is on it all. Francine just tore her top off. Wait a minute, Don West in with a jacket to cover up.
I'll tell you what. What I just did to her, I'm going to do to every one of you. Because not you or any other people at home is going to see me in my lingerie. Because I am going to be crowned the first ever Miss TNA.
The First Lady of Hardcore Wrestling, the Queen of Extreme, Francine, leaves the ring area. And ladies and gentlemen, that was just a very small preview of what you will see next week on NWA TNA when we vie for the crown of Miss TNA, a contract with the NWA. Let's pitch it back to Goldilocks.
Hey guys, I'm here with Mortimer Plumtree.
Mortimer Plumtree. Story of a life filled with torment. Torment leading to pain. Pain leading to will. Will leading to power. Power allowing me to bring my tag team, who, in our formative years, were my tormentors, now my servants. They do what I tell them to do when I tell them to do it. They wear what I tell them to, without questioning, for they know that they owe me their freedom, their livelihoods, their very lives. They don't speak unless I allow them to. They listen only to me, and now I call upon them to once and for all make their presence known in this arena. Rewriting the history books of this sport, I give to you my tag team, the Johnsons.
All right. First we had the lingerie set up. Now we got a couple of Johnsons.
Now, who are about to make their way to the ring? Being led by Mortimer Plumtree. At a combined weight of 632 pounds, they are Richard and Rod, the Johnsons.
Well, that makes me think of something.
I don't know, but there can be no denying that Mortimer Plumtree has been the center of internet controversy since the announcement that the Harvard grad, as you see him make his way down to the ring, was bringing the brothers Johnson to the NWA TNA.
You had a lot of people on the internet that were casting aspersions, casting judgment on a tag team that they had never seen. Now, we are all going to see the Johnsons together. We're all going to see them in action, and we're going to see what they can do. Then we can cast our aspersions.
Let's go back to JB in the ring for the introduction of the Johnsons' opponents.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 512 pounds, from Mexico City, Mexico, Psychosis and Cowboy James Storm.
Well, Psychosis, very familiar as one of the cruiserweight stars of WCW World Championship Wrestling, where he was the WCW Cruiserweight Champion. He's been wrestling in Puerto Rico and in Mexico for the past couple of months, and his tag team partner is the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm.
I thought they outlawed cowboy gimmicks after 1992.
Well, the man is a Tennessee Cowboy from Franklin, Tennessee, just outside Nashville. This is very natural for him.
So he goes around town wearing a duster and no pants on, is what you're saying to me.
I'm not saying that in the least.
Okay, he's got a gun.
Whoa!
Hey, Ed, you gotta admit, you and I saw him in one of the most incredible matches we ever saw a few weeks ago. He can do it, James Storm, and you gotta admit it.
Hey, I'm not saying that he can't. I'm just saying I'm looking forward to seeing what the Johnsons can do out here tonight.
Looks like they can do some damage. They're huge.
They are quite an impressive-looking tag team with the full body suits and masks, managed by Mortimer Plumtree, trying to make his name in the NWA TNA with his tag team of the Johnsons. I'm not exactly sure that I understand everything that he was talking about during that interview with Goldilocks, but it almost seems as if he feels that he owns this team.
For whatever reason, that's what the man said. He said he owns them, and they do whatever he says. They wear whatever he says, and they'll destroy whoever he tells them to. So whatever hold he has over them, it's strong enough to get him to wear these outfits.
Double underhook out of the corner, and attempted a pinfall by, I'm not sure whether this is Richard or Rod, obviously, with a snap suplex on Psychosis. Cover, and another 2 count, and only 2.
That's a very interesting point you bring up, Mike, today, and that's something that I think that Mortimer Plumtree was probably his brainchild. You have them looking exactly identical. You have them dressed exactly the same. There's not one difference between the two of them. You'll never know who you're in there with.
You're right. In terms of strategies, we see the Enziguri kick by Psychosis in terms of strategy. In terms of maybe even being able to swerve the referee, it's probably the perfect situation for him as James Storm off the top rope hits the missile drop kick.
And that's what just happened. If you notice, the one Johnson that got the missile drop kick, he rolled out. Now Johnson number 2, he just rolled out. And what do we have here?
That is Alicia.
That is stunning.
You know, we've seen her in the past in WCW. I believe she was with the Maestro, is that correct?
Absolutely. We've seen her in WCW and WWF. And
well, what is she doing out here? What does she have to do with Plumtree, the Johnsons?
I have no idea.
Storm, she's standing there with her hands on hips, just taking it all in, observing the scene.
I'm just begging for the cameraman to go a little lower on her.
I'll tell you what, though, while that was going on.
You just got your wish.
While that was going on, Mortimer was giving it to the Johnsons. I mean, I don't know what he was saying, but he was giving it to them.
He was what?
He was just giving it to him, buddy.
That's
what I thought you said.
That's a major softball there, Doug. The one thing is these Johnsons, you just look at them, they're both built like fire hydrants. They're rock solid.
Oh, he's going to spin. Look at that. He just skinned the cat on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Back into the ring. Series of right hands to the side of the head. Rocked him. Storm able to come off. Caught with a waistlock takedown. Variation of the Bulldog that time by Storm, and he turns it over to Psychosis. Nice basement dropkick, caught him right in the face, right in the mask. You know, Psychosis wrestles in Mexico as Nicho El Millonario.
And what does that mean?
That's Nicho the Millionaire, and you call him Nicho because his real name is Dionisio Castellanos.
I'll just say Psychosis. It's fewer syllables that way.
Into the ropes goes Psychosis. Dropping face first. Plumtree directing traffic from ringside. Psychosis in trouble in the corner.
You know, I'm not going to say he's getting pounded by a Johnson.
No, of course. Released overhead suplex and tag into the other Johnson. There you go.
Will you just look at the legs on these Johnsons? Look at the legs on these Johnsons, and then think about the grammatical construction of that sentence.
Too strong.
Plumtree appears to be very happy with his charges, plotting strategy, as well as cheering them on as we see Alicia still at the bottom of the ramp.
She's looking at something.
She's staring. I'll tell you what, she's staring at.
Great reversal of a powerbomb by Psychosis, driving his opponent headfirst into the canvas.
Wait a minute, I think the referee just gave her a signal or something. He was looking at her.
James Storm in. James against both Johnsons and doing quite well, unloading with right hands.
Oh, man, now that's incredible.
Hurricanrana, super kick by Storm. Making the motion for Psychosis to join it.
I'm telling you, I think this Storm could become a member of the X Division. There's many things he can do. That's unbelievable.
Johnson's able to reverse it, turn it over. Double team.
Oh, simultaneously.
Storm's in there with two Johnsons again.
Out of the fireman's carry, Storm able to reverse it. Roll up out of the corner. Barely got a 1.5 count. Storm up to that second rope. Oh, just tossed away. Looked like he went for a tornado DDT, but it was
Mortimer Plumtree just distracted James Storm, allowing him to fall into this finishing move here. And let's see if he gets it.
And he did.
He got him. You know, I wish I could have seen a little bit more power from the Johnsons in there.
And Rod, the Johnsons.
Mortimer Plumtree sending the referee away. He wants the pleasure of raising the hand of his tag team.
The Harvard graduate, Mortimer Plumtree, brings his Johnsons to the NWA TNA.
Wait, what is this?
Referee Slick Johnson.
I thought he was looking at the ref in there.
He refuses to make eye contact with her.
What is this?
He's giving her money.
Was that money?
He gave her money.
Was that money just changing?
I want to know why. And I want to know how much he paid, what he got for it.
Let's send it back to Goldilocks.
Hey, Goldie, what are you doing, girl? Hey, you want to meet somebody?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I got to meet Fluff, his
pass
Bo's
on that.
girlfriend.
I actually got. Yeah.
That's my cousin, too. Just want to.
Okay, well, I'm going to go tape something right now, so.
We're on TV, Bo. You want me to real quick? You're going that way. You want me to
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
Oh.
Isn't that?
Hi. Which one is she?
Well, well, she's Bo's girlfriend, and I told you she's my girlfriend, and
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
Oh, hey, guys. Oh! I'm sorry. No, there's no beer drinking here in the locker room. I need you to put those things down. We don't want any intoxicated wrestlers out in our ring, so just put those things down right now. Thank you.
Okay.
Geez, there are sure some wussies here in the NWA.
Hey, Bo, whoever heard of getting drunk on beer?
Yeah, it's really nice meeting you.
Where you going?
All of
Where
you, really. I'm
Oh.
gonna go do something over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the 1993 Busch Series Rookie of the Year, Hermie Sadler, and the current NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, Sterling Marlin.
Well, you know what that means. Sterling Marlin is the equivalent of the NWA World Heavyweight Champion in the world of NASCAR because he's the Winston Cup points leader at this point in the NASCAR season.
You know what? I think this year he might be getting his just dues. He has sure stood the test of time in there, and he is just having an incredible year, leading the entire series.
And of course, Hermie Sadler, part of the famous Sadler Racing family. Great reaction here in Huntsville, Alabama for these stars of NASCAR.
We know Sterling's from close by here in Columbia.
I didn't know.
Yeah, just about an hour away. So it's almost home.
Sterling, right now you're standing on top of the mountain in the Winston Cup Point Series. You're the leader. You got a race this Sunday.
Yeah, we're looking forward to going out to Sonoma, California. Went to Virginia a couple weeks ago, had a good road course test, so we're anxious to get out to California.
Slowly and certainly standing on top of the mountain right now as the Winston Cup points leader, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we got about a 100-point lead, and hopefully we'll just keep racing hard and try to get us more wins, more top fives, and try to win this championship.
All right. Hermie set.
What is
Stop everything!
Interruption from, that's K-Crush.
You know what? I am sick to my stomach. I'm sick and tired of hearing about some damn race car driving.
Thank you, K-Crush.
This is professional wrestling. You guys call yourself athletes? You got no damn business inside a professional wrestling ring.
Awful strong words.
Jeremy's apologizing to Sterling. You see that? Look at that.
He's a suck-up.
I am an athlete. You're looking at an athlete. My kind are athletes. Your kind drive a car around a circle in a left motion continuously.
Whoa.
My kind, we throw basketballs. We throw touchdowns. We run for touchdowns. We do arm drops. We do leg drops. My grandmama can do what you do.
Why don't you shut up just 1 second?
Hermie Sadler right in K-Crush's
I
face.
want to hear. How do you expect anybody here to take you serious looking like you look? You look like a real athlete.
Amen.
Coming from a NASCAR driver, I love it. I love it.
Apparently you don't know just who we are. But there are lots of NASCAR fans in Huntsville, Alabama.
You got that right.
Testify.
And they know we're athletes.
You know what? Damn you and damn Alabama. I'm finna introduce you to professional wrestling.
All right, now it's getting good.
Whoa. K-Crush has got Hermie Sadler.
Who's that? Brian Lawler. Brian Lawler.
Christopher from the back.
Brian Lawler.
The son of Jerry Lawler has come from the back. And Brian is on the attack. Elevation and what an inverted atomic drop. Super kick on the button.
That's some sort coconut.
Look at
right
this.
there, buddy.
Hermie and Sterling are getting involved.
What is K-Crush going to do to follow this up?
Yo, 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 yo! K-Crush, listen up, you motherfucker. Whoa. Mofo. You want to come down here and pick on these guys? Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't your kind come down and pick on my kind right here, right now? How about it, Phil?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. You
Well, I'll tell you what. Listen, me and you, I'm challenging you. The G-Master wants you in the ring next week, and I'll have my friends Sterling, give me some dog, and Herman, give me some dog, right in my corner.
You got it, he said. K-Crush has accepted.
K-Crush and Brian Christopher next week.
Yeah, with Herman Sadler and Sterling Marlin and Brian Christopher.
I got some always in the house. Let's bring it on.
Oh, yeah. Remember when he was Grandmaster Sexay in the WWF? Here in the NWA TNA, Brian Christopher making a name for himself. Well, I guess that makes it official as we saw K-Crush accept the challenge. And we will have that matchup next week here on the NWA TNA.
I can't wait to see.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's Jeff Jarrett, Jackie Fargo.
Listen to
I want you to remember who did this to you. I want you to remember, Fargo, your next NWA champion. You're damn right I can.
Man, that thing hasn't stopped yet since the beginning of this program.
I mean, come on, give me a break. Jackie Fargo is 71 years old.
Is scheduled for one fall. About to make their way to the ring at a combined weight of 200. Rather 454 pounds. Christian York and Joey Matthews.
Sensational young tag team. Both of these youngsters in their early 20s. Both from Virginia. Influenced by the Rock and Roll Express. Let's see what they can do in tag team action in their debut in the NWA TNA.
You know, I don't know if you saw that earlier before, but Jeff Jarrett was choking out Jackie Fargo.
And their opponents being led to the ring by Fluff at a combined weight of 462 pounds. They are Stan and Bo, the Duffs.
Yeah, and don't forget their cousin and girlfriend, Fluff. Of course, Fluffed Up.
Fluffed up, stand up, boned up. She's their cousin. She's each of their girlfriend. This is an interesting family tree. It must look like a stump.
You might say it's all in the family with the Duffs.
That's a good-looking hunk of Americana right there.
That was stand up. That, of course, is
Fluffed up.
Yeah, fluffed up and
boned up.
Appears that he's got maybe a self-inflicted wedgie.
It's a good thing reading is not a requirement to be a part of this.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be an IQ test for the Duffs. Double team on Joey Matthews. Elevation and drive Matthews face first to the mat with the size and power of this tag team of the Duffs.
Look at the tobacco chew dribbling down Stan's chin the next time you get a good shot of his face.
And how about that Jeff Jarrett attacking 71-year-old Jackie Fargo? Sensational dual drop kick that time by Christian York.
Losing a lot of respect for him over here, just to see that.
I'm sorry. I mean, he's got a reason to be upset, and he's showing it in every way that he knows how. I mean,
now that's what I'm talking about. Great action.
Nice double team suplex, and off that suplex, attempted a pin. Referee Armstrong down for a 2 count.
York and Matthews are going to have to really be on their game. They're giving up a lot in this contest when it comes to size and strength. But they're not giving up anything when it comes to intelligence, I don't think. But when it comes to getting the job done, I'll go with the big raw bone country boys anytime.
They don't have anything to give when it comes to intelligence.
Yeah, this is the classic confrontation. Size, strength, and power as we see. Big bowed up in the ring against Joey Matthews against the speed, the agility of York and Matthews.
See, that's
big man just won't go. That size 15 directed to the face. Oh!
That wasn't pretty, but that was effective.
265 pounds airborne. And amazingly, Matthews is able to avoid the pin and kick out. Tag is in to stand up.
You know, if the Ducks do have any intelligence, they'll continue to keep the ring cut off on Joey Matthews. Keep him from his corner.
Yep. Oh, that move he calls the Virginia necktie. And Matthews connected with it on stand-up. Imperative for him to get to the corner. Make the tag to his partner, Christian York, and both teams make legal tags. Christian York springs off the rope. Baby! What a lariat! Took his head off with that clothesline.
Doubly impressive when you take into account how big Bo is.
Now Bo Duck shoots him off. Attempted a sunset flip. Sit-down splash, caught nothing but canvas. Corner mount. Attempted a series of right hands from York. Blocked by stand-up, but I'll tell you what, he didn't block that jumping back elbow, did he? Fireman's carry. Drops him down to the mat. That's the senton splash he calls the cutting edge in. Only a 2 count before stand-up is able to break it up. Break it, Duck. Maybe another cousin that they have.
I'd be interested to see if there's any other.
Matthews and stand-up tumble over the top rope. Meanwhile, in the ring, attempted a tornado DDT, and he connected. Christian York caught him with that great move. Can he finish him off now? Matthews holding off stand-up outside. Christian York, high-risk move on the way.
He's going up.
Off the top.
Getting his bearings.
Wait a minute. There's Fluff.
Fluffed up just grabbed him.
Cousin fluffed up. Interfering from outside. The referee didn't see it. Referee Armstrong was watching outside on the floor. Bowed up the cover. Hook. Oh, and he got the pin. And the Ducks score the win.
A handful of tights and a little fluffed up action. Christian York found himself to be crotch dug. Bo sure looks proud of himself, doesn't he?
Is that what it is?
It makes me want to throw up.
Throwed up? Maybe he'll be coming out on a later show.
We remind you that yet to come in this broadcast, the Gauntlet for the Gold. But first, let's take a look at the CMA Male Vocalist of the Year, Mr. Toby Keith.
The hottest song in the country, The Angry American. CMA Male Vocalist of the Year, DreamWorks recording artist, Toby Keith.
Oh, yeah.
Howdy. American girls and American guys will always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see old glory flying. There's a lot of men dead, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our heads. My daddy served in the army, where he lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard. To the day that he died, he wanted my mother and my brother, my sister and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. Now this nation that I love has fallen under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. As soon as we could see clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be hell when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell. It'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Where justice will be served and the battle will rage, and this big dog will fight
when you rattle his cage. And you'll be sorry that you messed with the US of A. 'Cause we'll put a boot in your ass, it's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and a Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and an eagle will fly, and it's gonna be hell when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell. It'll feel like a...
Wait a minute, what is Jeff Jarrett doing?
Well, he got under Jackie Fargo's skin earlier tonight, and I think doesn't want it to stop there.
The lack of this lack of respect that we have seen this entire evening from Jeff Jarrett is sickening.
Toby Keith is a little upset.
What is his problem tonight?
I think the word is PO'd is what Toby Keith is.
And so's Jarrett.
Hey, Toby Keith, nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to hear you sing. Nobody wants to hear that damn song. So take your angry American ass right out of here.
Speak for yourself, Jarrett.
So it's time to get the main event going. You haul your ass straight out of here. I've got a world title to win. So beat it, pal.
Jarrett, entrant number 1.
Hey, Toby, I've just got a few words for you and everybody in this building. How do you like me now?
Oh, man. But Tony, point at him, buddy. He wants him.
Well, Toby Keith is a big guy.
Way to say, he's a big old boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is time for your NWA Total Nonstop Action main event of the evening. The 20-man gauntlet for the gold for the NWA Heavyweight Championship of the world. One man will enter. Another man will enter every 90 seconds later until there are 2 men left in the ring.
Whoa!
We're getting started already. Bagwell is entrant number 2, and remember, NWA representative Jackie Fargo made the ruling that Jarrett had to be the first one. Neckbreaker by Bagwell as he came springing off the ropes.
But Bagwell's a guy who feels he's got a lot to prove here, and I think we're going to see it from him.
You know, it's good to see Buck back after that big injury he had a few years ago.
Right,
looking good.
It was 1998 that Bagwell suffered that neck injury, out almost a year, sidelined by a Rick Steiner. And wait a minute, was he eliminated? No, out to the apron, and Jarrett able to catch himself. And think about this, guys. Rick Steiner, the person behind that bulldog headlock on Buck Bagwell, is in this gauntlet for the gold as well.
Well, it'll be interesting when they get in there together. I'm curious if either of these guys are going to eliminate each other.
Oh, yes! Remember, it's not about pinfalls until we get to the final 2 competitors.
Somebody tell Buff it's not about posing either. It's about knocking the man out.
Just like that.
Bagwell has been eliminated.
Bagwell is out courtesy of the Jarrett backdrop. And Bagwell, a 5-time tag team champion in WCW, once again falls short in his quest for singles gold of the NWA. Referee Armstrong sending Bagwell to the back.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next entrant in the 20-man gauntlet for the gold.
Who's it going to be?
Lash LaRue!
1998 WCW Rookie of the Year, former WCW Tag Champ, the Raging Cajun. Remember him from the Misfits in action? Here comes Lash LaRue.
I'll tell you what, Jarrett looks ready tonight, buddy. I mean, he has got so much.
Now that was through the ropes to the floor, not over the top. As a result, LaRue is still in the contest.
And so's Jarrett because he went out through the ropes.
Back first into the safety rail. That steel rail. Oh, and he just dropped him throat first right across the steel.
Very smart of Jarrett to bring LaRue back in the ring so he can throw him back out again.
Makes a lot of sense. You can't win it from the arena floor. The move that he calls the stroke, throwing face first to the canvas.
Here we go.
Gonna try and send him airborne, and
he's gone.
He's gone.
busting Jeff's Cheerios this morning, buddy. He is just taking them on.
I think it was Jackie Fargo that did it, Don, and he's out here to prove something to everybody.
Has been eliminated. The next contestant in the gauntlet for the gold, Screamin' Norman Smiley.
The former WCW Hardcore Champion, the master of the Big Wiggle, born in England, an international star throughout the world and in Mexico. And Jarrett, again, great strategy on the part of Jarrett. He's ready. He's waiting for the opposition as soon as they come into the ring. Look at this. There's the wiggle. Not
paid for it.
Not too smart, Norman. Not too smart.
Jarrett is all about business tonight, and everybody who's coming down here should realize that.
You can see it in the eyes of Jeff Jarrett. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship is at stake here. Jarrett, four-time WCW Heavyweight Champ, and the windup and the big slam by Norman. Jarrett, the four-time WCW World Champ, wants to add the NWA gold to his resume.
And you know, I've known Jeff for a number of years. I've never seen a look in his eye like I've seen tonight. There's an intensity there that hasn't been there before.
Yeah, intensity, maybe deranged is a better word for it.
Whatever, if it works, it works, and I haven't seen Jeff this much detail.
Oh, God. Norman is eliminated.
And ladies and gentlemen, Screamin' Norman Smiley has been eliminated.
Jeff Jarrett is determined to go all the way in this one.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't go through all 19 at this pace.
Well, Jackie Fargo, the NWA rep, attempting to stack the odds against Jeff Jarrett by ruling that he had to be the #1 entrant into this gauntlet for the gold. And so far, Jarrett has been up to the task.
For the gold, Apollo!
6 times IWA heavyweight, 4 times IWA tag team champion in Puerto Rico, 6'4", 265 pounds. Apollo comes to the ring, and again, Jarrett is ready for it.
Mike, what is the IWA?
IWA is the International Wrestling Alliance, one of the 2 major promotions in Puerto Rico.
Oh, man, he's impressive, buddy. He is impressive looking. Look at this guy.
Quickly up to his feet, cutting with the right hand. Former professional basketball player in Puerto Rico. Born in New York, moved to Puerto Rico at the age of 6 years old, and Apollo is in control. Jarrett in trouble for one of the first times in this matchup. Apollo reversal into a neck breaker.
No.
Is Apollo going to break Jeff Jarrett's streak? That's what I want to know.
Did you see Apollo? Jarrett is up. No. Caught the middle ring rope and able to stop on the ring apron.
He's got to go to the floor, correct?
Absolutely. His foot has to make contact with the arena floor to be eliminated.
Man, that was close.
Apollo going to send him over again. This time, through the middle rope, so even if Jarrett hit the floor, it would not be an elimination.
You got to bring him back in there, Apollo.
Apollo just recently moved to the United States, now living in Orlando, Florida, and you know that he would like nothing better than in his debut here for the NWA TNA to win the big championship belt, the gold of the National Wrestling Alliance, the World's Heavyweight title that's at stake. The countdown in the corner of the screen is
and the gauntlet for the gold.
Eliminated. He's going on. K-Crush, formerly K-Quick in the WWF, just hit the ring. Well,
he saved Jeff Jarrett.
He sure did. I don't know what the story is there behind any kind of alliance, but he definitely saved Jarrett, who looked to be on the verge of elimination. K-Crush.
Oh, now that's impressive.
Now look at Jeff Jarrett. Very smart. Taking a little breather here. Letting K-Crush do the legwork for him.
Great axe kick delivered by K-Crush. Jarrett getting that very, very necessary breather in the corner.
Well, he's been going nonstop. He was entrant 1. He's been in the whole time.
Of course, K-Crush set to face Brian Christopher next week on this program. As a result of the confrontation that they had earlier tonight, Jarrett now from behind. Jarrett on the attack against Apollo.
How do you like me now?
Oh, you can just hear those repeated right hands being driven into the side of the head of Apollo by Jarrett.
Welcome to America, Apollo.
It almost looks like we've got a little bit of an alliance here between K-Crush and
It looks like a handicap match, Ed.
Well, you know what? I think Kate Crush and Jarrett are going after Apollo. If they eliminate him, then they'll turn and deal with each other.
The countdown in the corner of the screen approaches 10 seconds. Who will the next competitor be? Who will the next wrestler to be eliminated?
Got to get him out over that top rope, guys.
Entrant in the gauntlet for the gold, being led to the ring by Minister James Mitchell. Slash!
Well, one of the members of James Mitchell's Disciples of the New Church, Slash, who has competed in the WWF and Ohio Valley Wrestling, hits the ring. Apollo able to duck the clothesline, and Apollo connects with a couple of good right hands before Slash sends him off.
Did you get a good look at Slash's eye?
Oh, man.
What's the deal with that?
Hey, did you get a good look at Mr. Mitchell? I don't know what church he has, but it's not one you go to on Easter Sunday. I can tell you that.
Well, oh, man. We know Mr. Mitchell from appearances in WCW and ECW. Very well known. There he is for his bizarre behavior and, let's just say, his interests in the occult.
Oh, now, buddy, that hurts.
Dropped him on his head with the DDT.
Oh, that was cool.
Apollo's the only one on his feet right now.
4 competitors.
Start chucking people, Apollo. If you have any brains at all, if you want to win the championship, start chucking them.
You know, maybe nobody explained it to him in English. Maybe he didn't understand.
Maybe it's a conspiracy.
You know, he speaks English. He was born in New York, then moved to Puerto Rico.
Here we go.
Airborne goes Slash. Oh, Jarrett from behind. What is the point there? Why wouldn't Jeff Jarrett want to have him eliminated?
Maybe it's ego. Maybe Jeff Jarrett wants to be the one who eliminates Apollo.
Vicious elbow drop by Slash. Repeated elbow drops directed to the chest of Apollo. Now it's from Jarrett. Del Rios from New York City, 6'4", 280 pounds. Former USWA Heavyweight Champion. Bodybuilding champion for many years. This is where the action really gets wild, with all of these competitors in the ring with so much at stake.
He's got a little bit of a familiar look. I can't place it.
Well, Del Rios, I just explained his background.
Yeah, I guess so. That must be it.
I'm telling you, there's an alliance going on in there. Too many people are working together.
Look, don't let that fool you, Don. There might be alliances now, but that's going to go all out the window once it comes down to the last few.
Kind of like the Survivor Series.
Oh, Slash biting, gnawing the forehead of Del Rio.
Completely legal.
Slash sets Del Rios up in the corner. Repeated boots to the midsection and then a vicious right hand to the jaw.
Jarrett, look over there. He's speaking to Apollo out.
Apollo on the verge of elimination.
And K Crush assisting Jarrett now.
Apollo perched up on that top corner.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a release suplex by Del Rio.
Slash now stepping away from the action, which is pretty smart of him.
Great strategy.
Okay.
Stay under the radar. Stay in the match. That's what it's all about.
Who's next?
The next entrant in the gauntlet for the gold, Justice.
6'5", 350 pounds, 9-year pro from Cincinnati, Ohio, and a former NWA Wildside champion. Justice comes out with a size of his feet. He's going to be tough to eliminate.
He is huge.
How do you throw him over the top rope?
Well, very careful.
Yeah, and probably with an assist from someone else.
This has gotten very interesting. We haven't seen anybody eliminated in a while. I have a feeling we're going to start seeing bodies pretty soon.
Oh, what a big boot caught Jarrett.
He deserved that one.
Justice could be a huge factor in this. Not only will he be difficult to throw over the top rope, he's going to start chucking some bodies himself. He's that big, he's that strong, he's that powerful.
Justice able to catch Del Rios with a glancing blow, and then side slams him to the mat.
Scraping up.
Again, remember to eliminate. Oh! Send him all the way over the top down to the floor.
If he can kick him off the apron, he's out.
Referee Armstrong right on the scene. And Apollo is on the ring apron. He's not yet eliminated. But now Slash and Jarrett double team. Inverted DDT by Slash on Del
entrant in the 20-man gauntlet for the gold, Conan!
Former WCW US champ, WCW TV champ when he defeated Chris Jericho, a member of the Filthy Animals in World Championship Wrestling, and Conan makes his way out to the ring for this gauntlet for the gold. Rolling Thunder. Great rolling clothesline. And again, down goes Slash. Conan has something to prove here tonight.
Conan looking fantastic. I haven't seen him look that good in years.
Turns his attention to the big man, 6'5", 350 Justice, and caught him with a right hand off the ropes.
I love it. Conan injecting some fire into this.
Man, I notice how often everybody tries to go over the side and get him a breather every chance they get.
That's the way to do it. That's the only smart strategy you can have. Stay out of the action as long as you can.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Slash is scary.
I don't know who's scarier, him or Jim Mitchell.
Mitchell looking on from ringside.
You sure Mitchell wasn't on the cover of Hotel California, the album?
That is one sinister looking individual.
Wait a minute, Apollo's going over!
Is he?
Yeah! He's going over! Jarrett's not here!
It's just a hair away.
No, he did not get eliminated. The countdown. Here comes another competitor.
Who's next?
Well.
Joel Gertner.
A quintessential stud muffin in his own mind.
I chase anything in a skirt, and I get right up in that dress. I'm gonna be with 5 girls in Huntsville, cause I don't settle for less. I'm gonna tear up the hotel room and make the bed sheets a mess. But first, I got some business with the Rainbow Express. So while all you girls are thinking about drinking a jug of joy juice, let me introduce. And all you clowns, get your asses ready for the man they call Bruce.
From the Rainbow Express,
there they are,
Lenny and Bruce.
Bruce.
That's quite a partnership, isn't it? Of course, Lenny Lane, a former WCW Cruiserweight champion.
You've got to be kidding me. Are they coming out
His
holding
partner,
arms?
Bruce, and Bruce is going to be the representative for the team, according to Gertner.
But now, if you notice, they are all business when they're in the ring. When they're outside of the ring, hey, to each his own different strokes.
Now, maybe monkey business outside of the ring, but all business inside the squared circle.
Absolutely. And you got to reflect on the fact that Bruce is, where did he come from? Lodi is out with an injury. He will be back at some point, but right now Lenny is teamed up with Bruce,
a replacement member of the Rainbow Express.
The next entrant in the gauntlet for the gold, the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner.
The star from the University of Michigan, former NWA, WCW, World's Tag Team Champion, as well as WWF Tag Team Champion with his brother Scott, and former NWA World's TV title holder. An opportunity here for the dog-faced gremlin to win the World's Heavyweight title for the first time, and a series of clotheslines has 4 or 5 competitors down and out.
How many we got in there now, Mike?
I completely lost count.
Well, as far as bodies down on the mat, 4 or 5 because of the attack from the dog-faced gremlin.
Oh, look at Steiner, man.
Somebody's got to start a winning.
There he goes!
That's the top and down to the floor.
He's gone!
Now Big Justice sends the dog-faced gremlin Steiner into the ropes, and oh! That's 350 pounds he just took up in the air. That's 350 pounds that he just pulled right over the top.
That's 2 eliminations in about 30 seconds by Rick Steiner.
And look, Steiner turns his attention to Jeff Jarrett. Is Jarrett the next to go? Back body drop.
Apollo's almost got K-Crush out of the ring.
Conan, Sal Rios, all sizing each other up, sizing up what else is in the ring with them, deciding whether they want to get involved or
The
not.
next entrant in the gauntlet for the gold, Malice.
another member of Minister James Mitchell's Disciples of the New Church.
Look at this monster.
Oh, 6'9", 300 pounds, and he just came out and chokeslammed Del Rios.
I don't know what the weight capacity of the ring is, but we're testing it.
Down goes Bruce. Look at the size of this monster Malice.
Oh, man, look at this.
You got to think.
He's got Conan up. Conan chokeslam down.
It is just nothing but bodies in the ring thanks to Malice and his choke slam. And here comes another one.
Oh my gosh!
Now use your head, Malice. Start chucking them. There you go, baby.
Bruce has been eliminated. Bruce from the Rainbow Express is out. And
Crush has been eliminated.
Malice is Del Rio's up. And Del Rios has been eliminated. Malice is a one-man wrecking crew out here.
He's tossed them like flies.
He's got Conan. Conan up. Did he stay?
Eliminated.
Malice has been the single most influential factor in this match thus far, shy of Jeff Jarrett, lasting from entrant number 1.
Oh, Steiner went for the clothesline, and Malice dropped down Steiner's out.
There's no way he is alive.
Rick Steiner has been eliminated.
Holy cow!
The countdown clock in the corner. Another competitor coming out.
He is. Give it to the ref.
Malice, Jeff Jarrett, and Apollo in the ring.
Next entrant in the gauntlet for the gold, Scott Hall.
Whoa!
Oh, no, Apollo back
They completely missed it.
Scott Hall, former WCW US champ, World TV champ, 5-time World Tag Team champ, and of course 4 times the WWF Intercontinental champion, but never the World's Heavyweight champ. The outlaw, the true outlaw, as he calls himself, a professional wrestling. Left the WWF recently by mutual agreement, and Scott Hall comes in and is on the verge of eliminating some competition, and he's cleaning house.
You know, Apollo was perching on that top rope. I can't say that that's the smartest thing I'd ever seen. Maybe he thought better of it and came back into the ring.
Sensational super kick by Apollo stopped Malice in his tracks.
This guy's impressive, man.
Jarrett to the ropes. Hall able to catch him. Is it time for the edge?
Malice is almost gone.
Get him up.
Jarrett up. Oh, yeah. There's only one way to go, and that's straight down.
Oh, great action.
Malice going after Apollo, but Hall's right on Malice.
Smart move by Hall.
The smartest thing would be to eliminate Jarrett. Don't forget, you don't win this by hurting people. You win it by tossing them over the top rope.
Jeff Jarrett has been amazing. 14 competitors have come out. Jarrett, the first man into this gauntlet for the gold as the result of Fargo's ruling, and he's still in there.
Whoa!
What's Toby Keith? Toby Keith has come to ringside.
Is he an entrant?
Nobody's making himself an entrant.
What is he doing in there? He has no business
He's
in there.
right in the face of Jeff Jarrett.
What is this?
It's Toby Keith. Has Jarrett up?
What is this?
Toby Keith just suplexed Jeff Jarrett.
He has just become my favorite country western superstar.
He is the angry American.
Toby Keith should be banned from this building. He should be banned from this broadcast. He has no business.
Jarrett's out.
Has been eliminated.
Toby Keith and Scott Hall just eliminated Jarrett.
That is the most bogus thing I have ever seen. What if I went in there and helped Malice throw out Scott Hall?
Yeah, right.
You think that would fly with the NWA?
You're going to get in the ring for I'm not going to hold my breath. And Toby Keith is stalking Jarrett.
I haven't held my breath all night sitting next to you tonight.
Was that great stuff?
That was the most horrendous, bogus thing I've ever seen. Jeff Jarrett got screwed by Jackie Fargo. He just got screwed by Toby Keith. It's a good thing we're at TV 14 rating because there's a whole lot of screwing going on.
And you better pick somebody else, buddy, because you're both wrong.
Listen to the knife-edge chops just echoing off the chest of this monster Malice. Apollo and Scott Hall joining forces, and the handshake from Hall.
The next entrant, Chris Harris.
The Wildcat, Chris Harris, three-time NWA North American champion, has come out to join the fray. 4 men in the battle, 4 men still vying for the gauntlet for the gold.
Harris is on fire.
Bench press. The move made famous by the great Lou Thaszin. Oh, look at this. Vampire Warrior has come out.
Formerly known as Gangrel in the WWF.
Right, the leader of the Brood.
Hey, he's supposed to wait 90 seconds. He came out. Oh! I mean, that's unbelievable. That's not right.
Well, you know, Toby Keith came out. That was okay. I got to tell you, I'm still steamed about that. I am totally infuriated that Jeff Jarrett got eliminated, not because Jeff Jarrett's a friend of mine or isn't a friend of mine, but because of the fact that that was wrong. Toby Keith had no business out here.
I'll tell you what, you see the way Toby Keith picked him up and slammed him down?
Yeah?
He had business out here. In the store.
Oh, Vampire Warrior. Destroying Wildcat Chris Harris. Punches, shots into the corner, and look at Harris come back with those left hands. Malice, Apollo, and Scott Hall.
So now at this
they
point,
exchange punches as well.
At this point, who's the Iron Man? Is it Apollo or Malice? Who's been in longer?
Apollo has been in this match the longest at this point.
I think Apollo's been in longer, but if I'm not mistaken, Malice has got more notches in the belt.
For the gold, Dangerous Devin Storm.
Formerly Crowbar in WCW, World's Tag Champ, Hardcore Champ, and Cruiserweight title holder in World Championship Wrestling.
Storm can't wait to get to that ring, and as it should be. Get in, do your damage, throw out as many people as you can.
Scott Hall and the Vampire Warrior in one corner. Devin Storm and Apollo in the opposite corner.
Malice getting some last-minute instruction by Minister James Mitchell.
Plotting strategy from ringside. What does Mitchell have on his mind? Whispered something into the ear of Malice, and Malice turns his attention to Apollo.
Oh, Harris hurt.
Oh,
man.
Knife edge chops, echoing all over the arena. Oh, Devin Storm. Challenging Harris. He says, bring it on, and Harris does. Look at the Wildcat chop.
And look at Scott Hall. He's just laying in the background, waiting for an opportunity, but if one doesn't come, they'll just kick it and wait. That's strategy.
That's smart.
Hey, that
rest up. Sitting on the top rope, however, I wouldn't say is the smartest thing. I've got to say that.
It's something the Ducks would have.
Double team clothesline on Harris from the Vampire Warrior and Devin Storm.
Hall like a cat, pouncing, sees his opening.
Check the countdown clock.
The next entrant in the gauntlet for the gold, Steve Carino.
The king of old school. The only former NWA World Heavyweight Champion entered in the gauntlet. Incredibly successful in Japan for the 0-1 promotion. And Steve Carino slowly makes his way to the ring, and that's smart strategy as well. There's no sense rushing out here.
Very smart of Carino to duck that attack of Devin Storm.
Oh, baby. There it goes.
Storm and the Vampire Warrior not able to duck that clothesline by Carino. Shades there of Shinjiro Otani. The Otani kick by Carino on Wildcat Chris Harris in the corner.
Malice is almost over. Over there in the
very smart.
Mitchell. Did you see James Mitchell pushing back through the ring ropes?
You know what? Did anybody else see it? Did the referee see it? No, if the referee didn't see it, it didn't happen.
I got to agree with you. Tony Keith can come in here and put Jeff out, and that can go on.
Thank you, Don. Finally, some words of wisdom from that end of the table.
Boy, I hate it when I got to agree with him.
Force yourself, baby. Force yourself.
Oh, jawbreaker by Devin Storm on Scott Hall, and then super kicks him into the corner.
Now is when you need to form an alliance. These two guys, Devin Storm, Vampire Warrior.
The next entrant in the gauntlet for the gold, Ken Shamrock.
The world's most dangerous man, the legendary mixed martial artist, the first Ultimate Fight super champ. Remember back to vicious kicks to the side of the head. First to Carino, then to Storm. Vampire Warriors down. Now Shamrock and Hall.
Wow.
Oh, yeah! Power slam by Shamrock on Harris.
Shamrock and... Oh! And look at that. Man, Malice didn't buckle. He said, caught it. Caught him. Look at that.
Moving down to the mat.
I'm telling you, this Malice sucks.
He is unbelievable. He is huge.
Harris almost down.
Vampire Warrior has Harris. Can he take him over? He's on the apron.
No, he's not over.
Don't ever turn your back, Vampire Warrior.
That was a mistake. Harris back in the ring. And Vampire Warrior reeling. Vampire Warrior, Chris Harris, Steve Carino, Apollo, Devin Storm, Malice, Scott Hall.
And Apollo has been in there for a while.
In the battle. Apollo entered as contestant number 5, and he is still out there.
He's on his 14th opponent, Mike.
He has been out there for the longest time of any of the competitors, and Ken Shamrock was number 19. Who's going to be number 20?
I'd like to know who eliminated the most.
The 20th entrant in the Gauntlet for the gold, Brian Christopher.
Process of elimination, it had to be him, Brian Christopher. The second-generation wrestler, son of Jerry Lawler, is going to be contestant number 20, and now everyone in this matchup is out. The gauntlet will continue until the final 2 men are left in the ring, and at that time, we will have an NWA World Heavyweight title match refereed by Ricky the Dragon.
Who is that?
Chris Harris.
Harris is gone.
But now what we're looking at right now, Devin Storm out, Vampire Warrior
out. 3 quick eliminations, all within a matter of seconds.
Devin Storm and the Vampire Warrior have been eliminated.
Steve Carino eyeballing Brian Christopher.
Remember when we get to the final 2
Harris
men.
has been eliminated.
When the final 2 men are left, not only will Steamboat be the referee, but NWA World title rules will apply. It's no longer over the top rope. It's pinfall or submission. Clothesline by Christopher. Carino's out.
Steve Carino has been eliminated.
Christopher has come in and put 4 out in less than a minute.
Now these 5 men, one of these 5 men will be the NWA World Champion.
Choke slam by Malice on Christopher. And that stopped his streak of success.
Look at Shamrock. When he saw Malice lift up Christopher with that choke slam, Shamrock kind of stepped back a second. He was wanting to size this guy up rather than charge headlong into him. Quite frankly, I don't blame him.
This looks like a pack of wolves zeroing in on their prey. Look at this. Oh, man. Shamrock has put Christopher out.
Brian Christopher has been eliminated.
Brian Christopher has been eliminated.
We're down to the final 4. And Malice has both Apollo and Scott Hall set for a choke slam, and they double team against him. Shamrock smartly waits in the corner to see what happens. Malice just elevated and back body dropped Apollo out.
He was 10 feet.
Apollo has been eliminated.
10 feet above the ring.
There's 3 left.
Look at Shamrock. Shamrock is just, he's like a
Look at this. Scott Hall goes Malice just eliminated.
Hall has been eliminated. There are 2 entrants remaining in the NWA TNA Gauntlet for the gold for the World Heavyweight Championship. NWA rules will apply. Pinfall or submission will crown the brand new NWA Total Nonstop Action World Heavyweight Champion. Here to referee between the final 2 combatants, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. There is no time limit. There must be a winner.
Well, this is what it has come down to. We began with 20 competitors. We have narrowed the field to the final 2. The world's most dangerous man. The first Ultimate Fight Super Champ, Ken Shamrock, against Big Malice. 6'9", 300 pounds, a member of Minister James Mitchell's Disciples of the New Church.
Shamrock has got a decided advantage here because he came in much later in the game than Malice. But you've just got to just look at the 2 of them next to each other. Look at Malice's size. This is gonna be a
Side slam by Malice, hooks the leg, shoulders are down. Only a 2 count from referee Steamboat.
You got to admit it, Malice is taking it to Shamrock. He knows what's on the line in this. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
I mean, when Malice came in,
he's got him over. Took him over with the suplex. Malice again for the cover. And only two. Malice first to his feet. He's got Shamrock by the back of the head and drives him face first into the top turnbuckle. Shamrock appears to be in trouble. You were right about Malice being out here longer than Shamrock. But think about the size and power advantage that Malice has. Can he drop down at this point? No, instead he goes for a vicious right hand to the top of the head of Shamrock.
I'm more and more getting convinced that Malice is a machine.
I mean, he's huge, buddy. When he first came in, he eliminated like 4 or 5 people right away.
The thing is, you can tell he's got to be tired. He's in there, but he's not letting it slow him down one little bit.
As we look over the shoulder of the minister, James Mitchell, he watches his charge. The monster Malice, just 3 seconds away from winning the NWA World Heavyweight title. He's got him in, possibly going to try and take him up for a choke slam. Oh, reverse submission move by Shamrock. He's got the crossarm breaker. He's got the crossarm breaker on Malice. Referee Steamboat checking to see if he submits. Malice needs to roll through. He needs to clasp his hands together. Did he tap? Did he just tap out? Referee Steamboat checking. No, he didn't. Shamrock has the crossarm breaker. He's got it applied. Malice needs to close the gap. Either that or reach out and grab the rope. Shamrock wrenching back on the arm.
It's all on the line. He's got to get Shamrock to break that hold or he loses his arm. Shamrock has broken arms with this.
That's what it's all about. How long can Malice withstand the pain? That's the question. And he's got the rope, and he gets the rope break. How fortunate can you be? Oh, Shamrock so close to winning the world's heavyweight title.
Malice totally favoring that right arm, and who would blame him? I'm surprised he can still use it after being stretched by Shamrock the way it was. Like I said, he's a machine. Just look at him.
Well, you notice he went with a headbutt for an offensive move instead of trying to use the big right hand, and he just rocked Shamrock with one. Can he follow up now? Shamrock able to duck the clothesline. The big boot. He got it. This could be the ankle lock. The ankle lock applied by Shamrock. Look at him twist. The ankle's not meant to twist and turn that way.
Very smart, though, keeping his arms extended like that. He gives himself a little breathing room to take some of the pressure off of that hold.
Again, we ask the question. How long can Malice withstand the... Did he tap right there? No. Referee Steamboat checking with him to see if he submits.
No, he's crawling towards the rope again.
Trying to get the rope.
Right. It worked for him before. It worked the first, and he got it again. And Shamrock pulls him back.
What's Mitchell screaming about?
Mitchell is screaming about wanting a rope break, and referee Steamboat says no. Malice had made it to the ring ropes.
I've got to say, that's another bogus call here. He made it to the ropes. He grabbed it. Shamrock yanked him off. That should have been a break right there.
The submission move that has gained Ken Shamrock so many victories in his career. Can the ankle lock be the difference in propelling Shamrock to the NWA World Heavyweight title? Malice again reaching for the ropes.
Man, that just hurts. Sit here.
Think about it. The longer that he's in this ankle lock, the more pain, the more punishment. And now when he makes it to the ropes, and what's Steamboat going to do? Mitchell demanding that he break the hold.
Look at the other side.
Now he's hooked the ropes, and Steamboat definitely says it's time to break. Counting Shamrock, and Shamrock's using all 4 seconds.
Steamboat getting in Shamrock's face. I like this.
Shamrock, that time, was very close to being disqualified by Steamboat.
That's why we got Steamboat out here.
Minister Mitchell and Malice.
Shamrock going after that injured leg.
Oh, man. First the arm, the leg.
But I got to ask the question. He hasn't gone down yet. Well, I'm talking about Malice. He hasn't gone down yet. Does he have the drive that it takes to be the champion? I think he does.
At this point, Malice is operating on just one wheel. The effects of the ankle lock showing. Listen to the crowd chanting, "Let's go, Shamrock!"
Oh, man!
Shamrock walked right into the big boot. He motions for the choke slam. He's got him throttled. Shamrock in trouble. Remember, it's pinfall or submission. Shamrock, belly to belly. Hook to the leg. 2, 3. Shamrock the match. And new NWA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Ken Shamrock. He did it. History is made on the first ever NWA TNA pay-per-view event. And Ken Shamrock is the new heavyweight champion of the world.
I've got to say, I was very impressed with that match. I was very, very impressed with that match between those two individuals that we had at the end. Malice impressed the hell out of me. Ken Shamrock impressed the hell out of me. We have a new champion.
I'd love to see those two go at it again, just mano a mano. And
well, I mean, I don't think we've seen the last of Malice. He made far too impressive a showing, but right now, it's all about our new champion, Ken Shamrock, NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
He proved himself in the Ultimate Fight as the first super champ. And now he has proven himself as the world's heavyweight champion of the NWA. The National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA TNA heavyweight champ is Ken Shamrock.
You know, when you talk about a guy like Ken Shamrock, either him or the Wall. I mean, you want to get into a fight with these two guys, it's like running in the Special Olympics. You want to get in a fight with them, even if you win, you got to be retarded to do it.
At a moment like this, that's the reference that you're going to make.
We've got our new champion.
Ladies and gentlemen,
our new champion.
We promised you a historic evening. And yes, we delivered. We delivered a historic evening with Ken Shamrock.
Jackie Fargo.
Wait a minute. What's happening?
I don't know. What's going on here? Jeff Jarrett again.
And Jackie Fargo, NWA official.
Toby Keith.
It's Toby Keith as well.
Toby Keith.
We got security holding Toby Keith back and Jackie Fargo. Jeff's making friends everywhere he goes tonight.
Now we're getting ready to go out.
I got to tell you, Jeff's got a beef. He's got a gripe. We've got a new champion, that's true. But if Jeff Jarrett hadn't have gotten screwed by Toby Keith coming in and getting involved with the match, he might have been our new champion as well.
Yeah, well, why don't you tell the people about the disrespect that Jeff Jarrett has shown everyone throughout the entire evening?
Who cares? That's the biggest bunch of crap I've ever heard.
Now, thank you.
My entire life.
Now what?
You mean to tell me that the world title is going to be decided by a gauntlet for the gold match? Dory Funk, let me ask you, did you ever win a title in a battle royal? Did you? Harley, did you ever win one of your titles in a damn battle royal? It's a damn joke out here, Bullet, and you know it. All of y'all know it. How in the world can a world title be decided in a battle royal?
He just won't let this go.
Oh, man! God!
Right on us! Look out!
It's the biggest joke I've ever seen in my entire life.
Damn you, Jarrett!
A world title is decided by a battle royal.
Oh,
what kind of NW?
We got to get some help here.
Uh-oh. Jackie Fargo, Toby Keith coming out.
Roll up.
Let me tell you something, you pump. You no good, dirty, rotten, low-down, 14-carat son of a...
Yeah, well, you what?
I've been out of wrestling business. I've been out of the wrestling business for many years. He's a country music singer. But I'll tell you what I'll do, Pally. I'll get somebody out here to whoop your ass next week.
We ain't got to wait for next week. Let's get it on right now.
Scott Hall! Scott Hall!
He is! Oh, my God!
We ain't got to wait. You want some of me, damn.
They're going to go at it!
Here comes Scott Hall!
Scott Hall!
Scott Hall and Jeff Jarrett!
Next week, Scott Hall and Jeff Jarrett. I can't believe this.